Okay, so hey guys and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. In today's video I've got basketball, tennis, baseball, football, NFL, UFC, boxing, Formula 1 and cricket news. If you are new around here though and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like video if you do indeed like video, and let's get straight into it. So there's also ice hockey news and there's a new sport as well which I forgot to mention. I'll get to that bit in a minute. That'll probably be in the title as well. But yeah, starting off with the basketball news this week. Warriors lost 87-77 versus Wizards, and Blazers won the Summer League. So congratulations to Blazers, and that's all the basketball news. Not too much now. Probably won't be too much now until the start of the season, start of the proper season. So yeah, moving on to the tennis news, where it's the Hamburg Open. Kontaviet won 2-0 versus Barra. Kontaviet won 2-0 versus Peterson. Kontaviet won via retirement versus Petkovic. Kontaviet won 2-0 versus Potapova. Kontaviet lost 2-0 versus Pera to win the women's singles Hamburg Open. And Nadal and Raducanu won SB awards. So congratulations to both of them and Pera for getting the win. Moving on to the baseball news now. Astros won 3-2 versus Yankees. Astros won 7-5 versus Yankees. Dodgers won 9-6 versus Giants. Yankees won 7-6 versus Orioles. Red Sox lost 28-5 versus Blue Jays. Dodgers won 5-1 versus Giants. Astros won 5-2 versus Mariners. Astros won 3-1 versus Mariners. Red Sox lost 4-1 versus Blue Jays. Yankees lost 6-3 versus Orioles. Dodgers won 4-2 versus Giants. Yankees won 6-0 versus Orioles. Red Sox lost 8-4 versus Blue Jays. Dodgers won 7-4 versus Giants. And Astros won 8-5 versus Mariners. And yeah, that is all of the baseball news. Sorry if you can hear the rain coming down. It is just started raining really badly out of nowhere. Moving on to the football news now though. Sport-Stw has joined West Brom. Ibrahimovic has signed a 1-year extension to his AC Milan contract. Embolo has joined Monaco. Zalem has signed a 2-year contract extension with Man U. Iceland drew 1-1 versus France. Belgium won 1-0 versus Italy. Spence has joined Spurs. Delict has joined Bayern. Stefan has joined Middlesbrough. O'Shea has signed a 3-year contract extension with West Brom. Dybala has joined Roma. Dion has joined Monaco. Letitia has joined Man U. Toffolo has joined Forest. O'Brien has joined Forest. Hammer has joined Watford. Bremer has joined Juventus. Cynic has joined Hull. Hutchinson has joined Reading. Shackleton has joined Millwall. England won 2-1 versus Spain. Klaus has joined Marseille. Suarez has joined Marseille. Morecambe have a sponsorship deal with Tyson Fury, which I just thought I'd mention. It's very random, but I just thought I'd mention it. Mane is the CAF Men's Player of the Year award. Men's Player of the Year. Germany won 2-0 versus Austria. Lingard has joined Forest. Mee has joined Brentford. Mohamed has joined Nantes. Zinchenko has joined Arsenal. Richard has joined QPR. Gale has joined Stoke. Sweden won 1-0 versus Belgium. And France won 1-0 versus Netherlands. And yeah, that is all of that news. I believe possibly the Women's Euros are going to be ending this next week, so I'll talk about that next Sport This Week. But yeah, moving on to the cricket news. Stokes has retired from one-day internationals. New Zealand won by 31 runs versus Ireland. South Africa won by 62 runs versus England. New Zealand won by 6 wickets versus Ireland. England won by 118 runs versus South Africa. India won by 3 runs versus West Indies. England versus South Africa was abandoned, so they drew their series. India won by 2 wickets versus West Indies. And yeah, that's all the cricket news. Moving on to the ice hockey news now. Vanchek has signed a 3-year deal with Devils. Niederter has signed a 2-year deal with Predators. Lane has signed a 4-year deal with Blue Jackets. Panthers are trading Vachuk and a 2025 4th round pick for Huberdeau, Uyghur and Schwint, and a 2025 first round pick. Seattle are trading Jorstrand for a 2023 third round pick and a 2023 fourth round pick. And yeah, that is all the ice hockey news. Moving on to the boxing news now. Marku will fight Miguel Pereira Para on the 25th of August. Thompson will fight Duca on the 6th of August. Price will fight Mejia on the 6th of August. Farias will rematch Ryan on the 6th of August. Pacheco will fight Collazo on the 17th of September. Figueroa Jr. will fight Bronner on the 20th of August. Stevenson will fight Con Xiao on the 23rd of September. Fisher will fight Reisinger on the 6th of August. Dogbo won via split decision versus Gonzalez to remain WBO International Featherweight Champion. Naomtrong won via unanimous decision versus Moonstreet to remain WBA Super Minimum World Champion. And Miller won by TKO in round 4 versus Cardenas. And yeah, that's all the boxing news. Moving on to the NFL now, where there's still only a tiny bit of news, and that's Cardinals extending Murray. And yeah, that is all the NFL news. Still getting closer, I believe, in just a couple weeks now. I don't know. Then the new season will be starting. But yeah, moving on to the UFC news now, where it was UFC London this week. Makayev won via decision versus Johnson. Wood won via decision versus Roma. Klein won via decision versus Jones. Ozdemir won via decision versus Craig. McCann won via TKO in round 1 versus Goldie. Krylov won via TKO in round 1 versus Gustafsson. Pimblett won via submission in round 2 versus Levitt. Hermanson won via decision versus Curtis. And Blades won via TKO versus Aspinall due to a knee injury to Aspinall, which is a really big shame, as that was a good looking main event, which unfortunately ended the way it did. Mohammed will fight Brady on the 22nd of October. Jan will fight O'Malley on the 22nd of October. Dariush will fight Gamrot on the 22nd of October. Sterling will fight Dillashaw on the 22nd of October. And Chimaev will fight Diaz on the 10th of September. And yeah, that is all the UFC news for this week. Big announcements in fights there. Moving on to the new sport now, where there's only a tiny bit of news, but it's still a new sport, and it's Moto GP, which is motorbike racing. Moto GP, where Rins to move to LCR Honda in 2023. And yeah, that is all the MotoGP news. Not much, but just thought I'd mention it. There'll be a race, I believe in August there'll be a race. But yeah, moving on to the F1, where there was a race. The French Grand Prix, Leclerc was on pole, Verstappen started second and Perez started third. In the end, Verstappen won, Hamilton finished second and Russell finished third, with Latifi, Magnussen, Leclerc and Suondu all not finishing. A shame for Leclerc, as that means the gap to Verstappen, which he was catching up on, has increased again. So unfortunate for him. But yeah, that is it for the news for this week. Tomorrow, hopefully, as all things go planned, I might be getting my biggest video, or my most proud video that I've ever done, that releasing. But we'll have to see. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. I'm not gonna say too much more. Hopefully it goes well and it all works. But yeah, like the video if you didn't like the video, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.